Ag Week Weather is sponsored by Bremer Bank. Connect with a banker today at bremer.com.
Is fall weather finally upon us? Here's John with our Agri-weather outlook.
The general weather outlook for the next couple of weeks, which, by the way, is almost entirely contained within the month of October, well, it is going to bring slightly cooler weather, as it will do as the sun gets lower and lower in the sky. We do get some cooler weather. It's just not going to be as consistently warm, but still looks mostly above average. I do anticipate early to mid-October month pattern shift to bring down much colder weather into Canada, but I'm not confident that that's going to penetrate much below the U.S. border. So most of the northern plains, upper Midwest will likely remain, by and large, maybe not entirely, but by and large, warmer than average and pretty dry as we go on in through the mid-month of October. Going to be great for getting rid of the corn out of the fields, getting the harvest going. This is the remnants of Hurricane Helene. Upper-level swirl down in the southeast will gradually be absorbed by an approaching low-pressure trough this week. And as that does happen, we are going to see this week a little bit of a dip in the jet stream across the northern plains that will bring it into the 80s and 90-degree temperatures in North Dakota and northern Minnesota, but it's not going to send the cold weather down too far. I do expect we'll start seeing some freezing temperatures showing up over much of northwest Canada. That's freezing weather during the daytime, and cool weather will drop south as well. And this big mess of a conglomerated, broken, split jet stream over the eastern Maritimes of Canada is likely to bottle up the pattern and keep us from any dramatic pattern shifts. That being said, as we approach the first full weekend of October 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, right in that time period, we're going to start to see a southwesterly flow setting up in the northern plains, which could eventually lead to some precipitation. But as I see this through, for the time being, through about almost the middle of the month of October, probably not a great deal of precipitation. We are going to see, as I mentioned, much of Canada a little bit cooler than average, whereas most of the United States is likely to be generally warmer than average as we go through the next couple of weeks. And this pattern may hold for a while, probably means, at least as we start the winter, the northern plains, the Great Lakes will have a little better chance of getting any colder than average weather. Most of the stuff further south will likely remain relatively mild. Now, what about precipitation? As I said, primarily dry. There will probably be at least a chance of some showers from the northern plains up and toward Hudson Bay. Tropical activity will keep the southeastern states wet, and the eastern seaboard will continue to be rainier than average. Most of the Great Plains, pretty much dry weather down into the upper Midwest, and western Canada will start getting snow-covered. Most of the region, though, looking pretty dry.